A clear and present issue facing the city of Fernandina Beach and its citizens and its visitors is beach renourishment. What priority do you give to this effort? In the event the city refuses to fund or support this project, what alternatives would you consider and explore? Beach renourishment question.
We need our beach. I'm for anything we can do to enhance our main beach. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Curtin?
Well, beach, as I said earlier on, the beach is probably our greatest asset and is what draws the biggest draw for people to come here. Obviously, we need to maintain that beach, and beach renourishment is important. A few facts on that are right now, beach renourishment programs are funded by the 80 to 87% or by the federal and state governments. We and the county, or the occupants of the island here, are responsible for the remainder. Now, the TDC bed tax collects about $3 million a year. 10% of that by the original is supposed to go to beach renourishment, that's per year. Beach renourishment, monitoring, and maintenance. And it doesn't say Fernandina beaches, it says Amelia Island beaches. And those go from Fort Clinch to South Point. So it's one package, and those ones should be available to the beach renourishment program from the TDC's bed tax and the designated share for beach renourishment, 10%. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Miller?
We're actually pretty lucky that in the late 1800s that the Navy or the government did build that jetty out there, because that does give us 80 to 87% of federal funding to renourish our beaches. We absolutely, it's not a matter of if they don't. The city, we have to get this project done. The beach renourishment isn't just so we have a pretty beach. It's a block for hurricanes. There was a town in South Carolina that opted not to do beach renourishment, and the town right next door did it. They were hit head-on with a hurricane, and it looks like a line in the sand. An entire street block was gone. When they add sand to the beach and the beach goes out and it creates more sand and it creates a breakwater for an incoming storm, if God forbid we take a direct hit from a hurricane, the beach renourishment could save an entire city block. John Grisham's house might disappear if we don't have beach renourishment. But about the county and the county getting involved, the county, they're kind of dragging their feet on this, from what I'm understanding, and they don't want to pay their share of it. They're supposed to pay their half of the 10%. The county doesn't understand is there's a lot of income coming from those John Grisham houses that's going into county coffers. If they lose that block, it's not a good investment not to put sand on the beach to keep that entire area from getting hit. I think we need to hope for the best but plan for the worst. I think my house is disposable. I've got about 15 things in there that I really can't live without, that I know I can get out of there. But when I go home, I think, hey, if we get hit by a storm, if you live in Florida, you can't be too sentimental about your home. But you want to be sentimental about the taxes that those homeowners are paying in. And I think it takes our city leadership to get the Nassau County leadership to stand up and realize and take the importance to make them understand how important it is that they fund this project. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Williams?
The problem with John Grisham's house is that it won't disappear. One of the things living close to Sliders as I do is that I go by there frequently, and when you see the number of cars that are there from Georgia, from Camden County, from anywhere but Fernandina, you wonder whether or not this is an equitable arrangement we have for paying for the beach. Yeah, we absolutely have to keep the funding up. We've got to keep the beach. It is, as Johnny has said, it's vital protection for us in a storm. But at the moment, the way in which we pay for it seems not equitable. One of the things that has been mentioned by people actually that live on the beach is their willingness to pay $1, maybe $2 a front foot for their beachfront property. And if you take this over a couple miles, 10,000, 12,000 feet, and multiply that so that every 5 years that produces another $150,000 to $250,000. It's a significant sum, and it would be a good contribution. And it is certainly true that the people that are on the ocean side of Fletcher are the ones that are saved and their home values preserved by beach renourishment. We need a little more equitable way, in short, of paying for renourishment.
Thank you, sir. Okay, the next hot one question will be started with you, Mr. Curtin. Over the past years,